Hi guys, welcome to the exclusive trading MetaTrader 4 Mobile Edition tutorial. That's a bit of a mouthful, but we got there. First of all, we just want to open up the app. What happens when you open up the app is you're presented with the MetaTrader 4 dashboard. So you can see on the dashboard, just pull that down so you can see it's live. We've got a balance, we've got an equity, we've got margin, free margin and margin level percentage. Now the margin, free margin and margin level, that's something that we'll go over in our actual traders course. For the purpose of this video, I'm only going to cover the balance and the equity. So the balance, if you deposited, let's say £1,000, you would have a balance of £1,000. Then if you entered a trade and that trade went into profit, let's say you had a profit of £1, your balance would still be 1,000, but your equity would be 1,001. So your equity is your balance plus any floating profits or minus any floating losses. Like I say, we'll go over the margins in our actual course, or if you want to know more about that and leverage, just give either Chris or myself a shout and we'll be happy to go over that with you. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go over to the settings tab on the bottom right, and then you can see at the top we've got account information. So if I click into that, you see this is where you store your accounts. So you can store demo accounts and live accounts in here. Sorry about that. To add an account, we click the plus at the top right hand corner. You don't want to open a demo account because that's going to open one with like on the MetaTrader app. What you want to do is you want to open a demo account with a broker, and then you can log into that existing account on here. So if we click that, you're presented with a service screen. So if we just search for a obviously market server, so this will all be when you open an account with the broker. All this information will be provided to you most likely on an email. So they'll send you an email with your login, your password, and the server that you're logging into. So let's just say that's our login. It'll be a string of numbers like that, and then we've got a password. So we just type that in, click save password, and then we hit sign in, and that's going to sign us into our account. What we can do to remove account, just swap to the left and hit delete, and that'll get rid of your MT4 for you. You can log back into it, you just have to actually log in with your password the next time. The only thing that we're going to cover apart from the accounts on the settings page is our charts. So essentially you can change the style of chart. Obviously we would never say change it from candlesticks, so just stick that as leave that as is. You can add the ask price line and you can put the period separators on. Don't recommend doing that, it's just going to clutter your chart up. And what we can do, which I like to do, is just change my colours. So if you click colours at the bottom, you can choose one of the preset colour schemes on MT4, or you can build your own. Now if you follow me, you know I usually have a dark background with white and black candles, so we're just going to leave that as it is for now. And then we'll come over back onto the dashboard. So once we place the trade, that trade is going to be logged in the history tab. So just click history at the bottom right. You can see it brings up our transaction history. So it says that we've deposited £1,000, and then we've had a few trades. These were examples for another video, but I thought I'd use the same account. So it will show you every trade today, or you can search by week or month, or you can do a custom filter, and let's say you want from May 2018, and it'll bring you everything since then. It'll also give you since the start of the filter, so the day, the week, the month, or the custom. At the bottom it'll tell you your profit for that period, your credit for that period, your deposit, your withdrawal, and your balance. So next tab we're going to go over is the chart tab. So the chart tab, it just automatically defaults to the chart that you loaded last. So whichever pair or commodity or equity you loaded on here last, it'll just sort of default to that. What you can do, I'll show you in a minute how to load another chart up for another pair. So first things first, obviously you can zoom in and out your chart. All you got to do is pinch your thumbs together or separate them on your screen. You got the time on the top left, so you can separate it by 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15. And then you go to hours, then days, then weeks, then month. So let's stick on the hourly chart. Then you've got a crosshair tool, so that stops the chart from moving as you use your thumb, and you can find the exact price. Obviously you can see the price moving on the right hand side of the screen as we move the crosshair across the price. The F is an indicator window. So we go on the indicators and then we click main window. Let's say we wanted to add a moving average. say 40 period moving average. You can choose a colour, so let's say we want it to be green, and then we'll add that to the chart, and you can see it just appears on here. Okay, and then the objects tab. Now what you can do here, you can set things like levels, you can do your fib retracements, and so on and so forth. Obviously we don't recommend charting on your phone, and especially not on MT4 on your phone, so I won't worry about this stuff so much, but it's just useful to note there. To get rid of it as well, you can go on the objects and just remove them like that, just swipe them left, and the same with the indicators. So if we go back on the indicator tab, just swipe left and hit delete. Okay, and now our chart's clean again. The main point of focus of the MT4 is the quote dashboard, however. So if we look at that now, obviously you can see we've got the pairs that we trade already quoted. So what I'll do, I'll delete them all for now. So let's remove all those. So I've just left euro yen. You can switch between simple and advanced. So on the simple, it will just show you the pair, what pair it is, or the instrument that it is, and it will show you the buying and the selling price. So the bid and the ask. And then if we go into the advanced, obviously you can see it tells you the name of the pair or the instrument again. It'll actually tell you the spread this time, so it will tell you how much you're essentially paying to get into the position. I would recommend it always keep it on advanced, because sometimes if you're entering positions with small stop losses, obviously your spread's going to eat into that. So there's been times when I've been to enter positions, realise the spread is 2 or 3 pips, and I've just walked away, because the odds are you're going to end up losing money because you're already going to be halfway to your stop. It'll then show you the buy price and the sell price and the low and the high for the day. It's not really useful information, but I would just have it on the advanced just for the spread. So to add pairs, you just click the plus at the top right, sorry. Let's just go through, and I'll just add euro dollar for now. So you can see it's added to our quote board. You can rearrange them just by pressing the button in the top left, and you can just move them around as so. So what we're going to do now is this, so from your quote board, you just click a pair and click chart, and that will refresh the chart for you. It'll change it from what it was by default. You can click details, and it'll tell you stuff about the pair. It's not a massive detail, so I wouldn't even bother looking at it. So yeah, I never look at it, to be honest. Then we can click trade, and then what we've got here is we've got the actual trade screen. So first things first, we've got our order type. So we've got market execution, which means that you're going to buy and sell at the current market price. Okay, then you've got a buy limit, which means you're going to buy below market. So if price is £1, for example, you're buying at 90p in the anticipation of price turning at 90p and going up. Sell limit is the same. You're going to be selling above market. So if price was £1 again, obviously I'm not talking pips, I'm just giving an easy example. If price was £1, you're ready to sell at £1.10. Okay, so when price gets to £1.10, you're going to enter the market automatically because your order's there, in anticipation of price dropping. A buy stop is where you're going to buy above price. So let's say price is £1, you're ready to enter the market at £1.10. So if price gets to £1.10, your bullish bias is confirmed and you're ready to enter. Same with sell stop, you're buying underneath the market. So if price was £1, you're ready to sell at 90p. So you want, before you enter the market to sell, you want it to reach 90p. So yeah, let's just quickly look at the buy limit, just an example, because it gives you an extra field, which is price. So this is the price that you want to buy in at. So let's just say, and put that. It's not going to let me do it. Okay, but you get the point anyway. We're going to execute at market for the purpose of this video anyway. So it just takes current market price rather than you putting a price in. So what we'll do, we'll put a stop loss. So obviously I'm not calculating these guys, so don't hold any weight to this trade. I'm just putting random stop loss and take profit. Obviously every trade that you do is going to have a calculated stop loss and a calculated target as well. This is just for the purpose of the video. Obviously down here you can see a chart. It's just with current price action, just while you're about to execute, and then we're going to hit buy. and it'll come up with some information about the trade. And then it takes you to the MT4 dashboard, where you can see the positions now been added underneath the information at the top of the screen. If we just click that position, it'll tell you the date you executed it and the time you executed. It'll tell you your stop loss price, your take profit price. It'll give you the transaction ID. It'll tell you whether you paid any swap fees. So if you've held the trade overnight, you'll be charged a swap fee, which is essentially all your broker will close all the positions on the night and reopen them the next day, and that's their charge for doing so. Then whether you paid any taxes, or some brokers charge charges for you to open positions as well. So if we hold down on this position, we can click modify. So we can change our stop loss here, and we can change our target as well. That's above current market price, my bad. So now you can see the stop and the target have been edited. You can hold down, go back to trade, so we can enter another trade. Hold down, go chart, it'll take us to the chart screen, and we can hold down and click close. So what I'll do for the purpose of this one is I'll just click close with loss. And you see it's closed, it's off the dashboard, and it's now in history. Okay, so we'll do one more. So we'll trade, but what we're going to do is we're going to use a bigger lot size, right? So we're going to sell at market 0.50. We're going to close, and now this is called scaling out. So essentially you might want to take partial profits early. So instead of letting your trade run to target, you might want to take 50% of profits and let 50% run to target. Or you might have entered too big a lot size into the market, and you might want to sort of back out in a loss, or back out 50% in a loss, and then let the rest sort of run. So here what we'll do is we'll change the lot size to 0.25, and you can see the loss amount has changed because you're only closing half the position. So if we close 0.25, you can see we've still got 0.25 open, and then we could do even more. So we're going to close 0.15, and we've got 0.10 still left open. Okay, so we close that, and we'll just close the rest of the position. What I will say, which is a little bit off topic, is if you do not understand lot sizes, do not trade at all, demo or live, do not trade. Essentially, before you begin even using MetaTrader, you need to understand lot sizes, you need to understand margin, and you need to understand leverage, alongside having a back-tested strategy. You need to be mentally prepared, and you need to have risk management on lock. Essentially, you shouldn't be using this app until you're sort of ready to trade. You understand how trading works. So yeah, that's just kind of side note. If there's anything that you feel like I've left out of this tutorial, just let me know, and I'll be happy to go over it with you. But I believe I've covered everything, so I'm going to cut the video here, guys.